All right, Maddie, let's take a look at your paper. MLA format first. Looks like you got an extra space here um, between here and the paper. This is all right. I moved over, just in case you saw it in the edit, your tab or your space was way over here for your MLA format stuff, so I moved it over for you. You got a tab issue here, you got too many tabs. How to become rich is literally the topic of your paper, so we want something more creative than just that. Also, we want something more creative than basically starting out with the topic of your paper, of living a rich life. So we really want to fix that and make sure that it's a little bit stronger. Now, the good thing about your introduction, Maddie, is you basically have everything that you need. You have an attention getter, although it's weak. You have the topic to become rich. There are some steps you should consider, but again, we want it to be even more specific. To become the best looking lady on your block, or not maybe the best looking, but the most admired lady on your block, you need to consider a number of steps that will get you to that promised land. I don't know, something. So there's definitely some ways that you can punch up that language. So your steps are: have a hot body and a good diet, find a rich man who is preferably good looking. I get rid of that comma, then add in who. The next step is to find a rich man who is preferably good looking. The final step is to have a good reputation. Now, here's what I would maybe think about reorganizing. I would think you'd want the reputation before you found the guy. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but and maybe when I read your paper, it'll make more sense that once you get married, you have to have a good reputation. But I would think you'd want it before you got married, but that's just me. You don't need to. Since you already listed all your steps here, you don't need to list these again. This confidence will lead you to your new healthy life. Basically, if you had all of these together, if you combine these two sentences, that would be your thesis statement right there. But I still think you need to add at least another 2 or 3 more sentences to this introduction to make it more fleshed out. But for the most part, you have everything in there that you need to have, so good job on that. All right, so you are doing some good voice things in here, Maddie. We want to have a little bit stronger topic sentence. Remember, don't just say the first step is to do this. Why do you need to do this step? Is it because having the outside appearance is going to let you, get you attracted to the man of your dreams, something like that. To have a good body, comma, you need to exercise every day. And just some sentence structure things here. You also need to eat healthy, no junk food. So you also need to eat healthy, comma, so don't put any junk food in that, mouth or something, whatever, okay? You have a lot of really quick things, but you don't really expand on a whole lot of them. Like detoxing and drink juices. We'll explain that concept. Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to have breast enhancement surgery? Okay, not me personally, but women. Why do women need to have this breast enhancement surgery? I like that you used rich men generally like a clean, sophisticated lady, not a biker chick. That's got a K at the end there. Otherwise, this is the chic word. So, maybe you can even be more specific, so that tramp stamp you got in college needs to go, or whatever, something like that. Okay, what does it mean to get your hair done regularly? This is a good line. I like this line. Once you have a hot body, comma, you need to work on your face. And then I like the not the Meyer cheap crap. So I really like that. So you have some good voice in here with the like the vampire, the cheap crap, not a biker chick. You do have some good voice stuff in here, but again, we need to elaborate. We need to give some more specific examples, etc. And then we need a strong transition in here that's going to move you into the next step. Now remember, your theme is confidence. So talk about how this is all going to give you confidence. Talk about how this will give you confidence. Talk about how this is going to give you confidence. Keep going back to that idea of confidence. So once you get a nice body, you need to find a rich man. So this is your transition statement. Basically, that's going to go up here, which allows you to build a better topic sentence down here. So now we're going to find a rich man. All right. So this is a lot of stuff in one paragraph. So your point is that you need to find a sugar daddy, okay, and how to meet him. And this is where I think you could actually, since you're short on page length anyways, I think you can separate this out into a couple different things. So, maybe the first part of this is finding a man. The second part is maybe how to live with him. I don't know. because then you are going to get into reputation, which we'll talk about in a sec. But I just feel like you can separate this paragraph because there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, here's your grammar lesson. See all these sentences that start with once or when or now or if or whatever, once. See, those are either starting with an adverb or starting, mostly adverbs, I guess. When you start with adverb phrases like this, you're going to have to put commas in. Once you get a job at the country club, comma. After you figure that out, comma. When you've gotten his attention, comma. Once you get him comfortable with you, which you did a comma here, which is good. Now, comma, you need to take him out on a date. When you've gone on a few dates, comma, see how you did that there? You got to do that more often. If you sleep with him too early on, comma, it could ruin the relationship. Remember, if you flip-flop the order of the sentence and it makes sense, then you're on the right track. So just remember that when you get going. Whatever you do, comma, don't sign a prenup. Once you have married him, once you have married him and you know you have access to his money, comma, now you can buy whatever you want. So just kind of rearrange that sentence maybe a little bit. You got a space issue here. You got too many spaces down here. Read this sentence because I think I know what you wanted to say, but it doesn't make sense. Your old apartment doesn't even fit in the size of your new bathroom. Well, what you want to say is your old apartment, like two of your old apartments, or maybe your old apartment now is the size of your new bathroom. I know you were trying to say that your bathroom's huge, but this actually doesn't mean that. This would mean that your apartment was bigger than your bathroom, which it should be bigger than your bathroom. So just a logical thing there that you got to rearrange. So here's a good transition here. Now that you have this amazing life, comma, you need to uphold your reputation. So another comma mistake there. So again, Maddie, go back through and figure out how we can maybe separate this paragraph out. Because I really feel like this isn't just about finding a man, because you talk about marriage, you talk about your new house together. I really feel like it's more than one step that you can talk about in there. So figure out how you can separate that out. And see, this is what I was talking about when we were looking at whether this should go before you find him. Because I feel like this is the kind of stuff that, I kind of get it that once you have your man, you want to keep him. So I kind of get that too, but I almost feel like this is part of your persona. Like, remember, this whole thing is about confidence. How is this about confidence? How is this about confidence? Remember, they keep going back to that theme in your paper, in your body paragraphs, because you're not really doing that. And remember, when you have multiple items that you're trying to cover in one sentence, maybe it makes sense to separate them. So to help uphold your reputation, comma, you can't get drunk and make a fool out of your new rich husband, or use drugs either. Like, this is a complete new paragraph or sentence. So just make another sentence about the whole drug thing too. Like, what does it mean to show your family values? Choose your friends wisely. It may have been okay to hang out with your blah 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 friends before, but now that you're a gold digger, you need to whatever. So try to be more specific with your imagery there. How does starting a family with him upholding your reputation? What would you do to get into the tabloids that could ruin everything? So give an example of that. Again, give an example of what it means to be respectful to everything and everyone and not say the wrong thing. What is the wrong thing in a marriage to say? These are the kinds of details that you can add in to really help your paper. Now, this is apparently your conclusion, which is a huge conclusion. So let's see how this all works out. So restatement of the thesis statement, which I think could be a little bit longer. Space issue here. Now, what should be one sentence, you are taking 3 and 4 short, choppy sentences to do. Just summarize it in one sentence, Maddie. You don't have to. You nearly just word for word copied things from your body paragraphs. So that was your first main point. This is your second main point. Don't sleep with him too early, Maddie. Remember which two that should be. And then this is your next main point. But again, you don't need to do that. Just one sentence. By following these steps, you will find a man to become very wealthy. Don't use the word very, right? And you will never have to worry about not having enough money again. Hopefully, comma, after you follow these steps, comma, you'll have enough money, then you'll know what to do with. But again, that's just a restatement of what you just said right here. So think of a different way to end on it, maybe a quote, etc. Because when we get to your works cited entry, you only have 2 main points. Two outside sources, which you're supposed to have 3. this needs to get eliminated. You're going to start with this. In fact, that's what you put in citations anyway. And you put that in citations anyway, so you can get rid of this. She's not the author of WikiHow. And WikiHow is not the best resource, just so you know. So this paired life, that actually should be this one. Okay, so that's what should go first in that citation. So Maddie, it's not necessarily a bad paper. You just got a lot of work to do to bring it up to snuff as far as making it a little bit more original. I think you can do it, though. I think this is a really good start. So hopefully we'll see a rewrite out of you.